Greetings, people. That's all right. Well, like I said, man, silence is a strong thing, man. I don't got to do much talking. I could just be silent and be chill and be calm and watch and look what's happening. You feel me? You gotta remember, man, power is just power. Just raw, pure force power. Love is power. God is power. And this day, man, these people could never mess with me, man. They could never get on my level. None of them get on my level. You know what I mean? Then come try to talk to me. All that other nonsense, waste of your time and mine and everybody else's. Yesterday we had a $10 donation come in as soon as I got off of the show. So people are hearing my message and I'm very happy about that. That's the whole goal of this, is to wake people up. Like I said, all of you in the public can help to fund my efforts and fund your Batman. And like I said, that's just my vision. That's what I see in the future and imagine is the public helping to fund me and getting me on the right level where I can, do it all, do everything I need to do. You know what I mean? Like I told you, the presidents, they get their campaign funds. This is why I don't deal with people like TJ, because they sit there lying. He came on the show, tried to say that Donald Trump got his campaign funding from Elon Musk. Right, because you believe in the illusion. It's one of the things that, really, really, gets me about you. That's why I don't deal with you, right? Like I said, we got nothing to talk about. And I noticed that about you a long time ago, because you was talking about artists, and you so out of touch with reality. You was trying to tell me about Young Jeezy or some other artist, and talk like I was trying to get down or something, like I would ever give somebody a demo tape. Bro, that's crazy. Do you know how much on another level I am than Young Jeezy or any of your so-called artists who ain't artists? Bro, my music's way better. I've seen way more money. I'm not owned, all right? I'm completely free. I run my own companies. I own everything and have all the wealth. Ran circles around everybody financially. They've never seen any money. Young Jeezy snitched on Big Meech. That's who Young Jeezy is. So I don't get what you're saying. I don't even think it was Jeezy. I think it was somebody else. That's crazy. Just the distortion of reality when you're talking to these people in society who are brainwashed. It's just entertaining, and then they think they're actually saying something. So he was still trying to talk about fake rappers. Right, you mean so-called women who have to beg and they have no actual rap career, right? I mean, that's not the position anyone wants to be in. What are you sending me a picture of you and that person for? Why would I care? And I told you that straight up. None of that stuff concerns me. I don't take you seriously. I don't take nothing you talk about seriously, because after all my efforts all these years, for me to be around you like that, and for this to not kind of rub off, and for you to pick up on knowledge is crazy, son. That's crazy. See what I'm saying? People are really, really brainwashed in this society. They really under Monarch Mind Control, MK Ultra, and they really believe the nonsense coming out of their mouth. Wow, bro, the people who y'all trying to call stars and celebrities are a joke. What? Bro, I mean, you can do that with anybody. Who's to say what's this, pick what? You know what I mean? I mean, you can kind of tell who's better looking, right? That's pretty obvious. You can kind of tell who's a real superstar, right? So why would you take people who was never competition, much less so-called women, and then act like they competition or they above someone, much less a man? This is a man's world, bro. So see, that's why you stuck and working for them establishments. They're not going to give you a fair shake anyway, and going to keep you like that. That's better Simp of the Year, bro. You get the Simp of the Year award, before Red Pill. You done defeated Red Pill for the simp of the year. That's crazy, son. Like, that's really genuinely crazy. Like, what? Huh. Better learn who you're talking to. Like, straight up, see, we don't do that. People think it's a game with me. I don't tolerate nothing outside of reality at all. I don't care who you are. I'm going to tell you reality right to your face. I'm not backing down on nothing. Why would someone back down on reality? See what I'm saying? If you back down on reality, well, then you're insane. I mean, you see what I'm saying? Like, bro, y'all people is funny as hell. That's why they get on this internet, start typing delusion as if they doing something. That's funny as hell. Hold up. So, yeah. Like I said, we need funding, man. We need to get this funding up. And these people are scared because they know I get the people on my side. And the real people want to support me. Like I said, I'm monetized. I get paid a little something, right? For what I do, for every show, every short video, everything I do. Like I said, I'm the real deal. Ain't no faking over here. Ain't no faking fronting and flogging. This is all the real deal. And people respect it. They have to, because I don't give no other choice. See my point? So at the end of the day, we just gonna keep on winning and doing what we do, and let everybody else kind of just, stay where they at. You know what I mean? It's all when we're unhappy, and then you wonder why you're so dissatisfied and constantly disgruntled and in bad mood. Well, quit believing in this brainwashing fake hierarchy. Austin's cute and all, but Austin is washed up. Why don't we just get real? Like, Austin, Texas is a joke. It's nothing but corruption. Like, all those corrupt ones, they getting arrested every day. They're getting arrested. Yeah, because they're being exposed for all the evil they've been doing for so long. Okay? That's happening in Austin, like, on a major scale. They all having to come to court, and they getting indicted and going to prison. Okay? When their job is supposed to be to, what? Protect us. You understand? But they're doing all this dirt and evil stuff, and then they're getting caught for it red-handed. So Austin is just a joke. It's just about first come, first serve. It's like an all-you-can-eat buffet. Literally, that's what it is, and it's just a bunch of millennials trying to get there first. And then thinking they really on something, not knowing that the real wise ones is sitting back, running everything at street level. I run Austin. That's my city, right? We run the streets, right? I own Austin, literally. Not nobody else. I own Austin. That's my city. I run it. This is not an opinion. I'm not just talking. So, like I said, it don't make no sense. When I come through hard body. We don't move the same. You feel me? When I come through, people have to acknowledge my presence. They don't acknowledge any of you or you fake politicians, right? Exactly. Hold up. So yeah, like I said, people just be funny as hell. They all in some kind of conundrum in a cluster. Ain't talking about nothing. You feel me? Like, bro, ain't nobody rich in Austin. That's all Freemasonry. That's in every city across America. These people don't get, they supposed to be human beings. They supposed to be quick on it. I'm running circles around y'all in life. I'm running circles around all y'all, bro. Nah, like I said, I own billions in equity, bro. Real talk, I got access to buildings worth billions of dollars. You don't know me, I don't know you. Keep my name out your mouth and just be quiet, bro. Everything y'all talk about is funny as hell to me. You feel me? Because ain't none of this going anywhere. That's the difference. Like, I'm really in a great position, regardless that I built myself. So it takes time, it takes dedication, it takes hard work, it takes perseverance. And I've kind of had like a motivation, inspiration kind of lately. Like, I really want to try to go harder. You know, when stuff gets hard and everybody turned their back on me and nobody wanted to help me, like with my bicycle or anything like that, like, forget them. You feel me? I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna make it happen no matter what. You feel me? Like, I guess it's just divine inspiration. You know, like I said, man, this is my calling, bro. I don't care how nobody feel. Like, all of them are the same. Like I said, see, that was the thing. They approached me. They talked to me. I don't know none of y'all, bro. Like, ain't got no business talking if you ain't on my side, bro. Y'all be approaching me and you be undercover, jealous, envious ones. You know what I mean? Like I said, what's that about? How do people attitude change so quickly? Because you fair weather, you flaky. So why you approach me? Right, because you really wanted to hold me back. You wanted, that's what they do. That's what this society created. They created people that approach you so they can try to hold you back. What is that? What part of the game is that? Where they do that at? Where is that normal? You know what I mean? Like, because I know it ain't just here. This is everywhere. People think they hood and ghetto because they trying to hold people back. That ain't hood and ghetto. Like, that's grabbing the bucket mentality. What? That ain't got nothing to do with the real hood and the real ghetto. What? We have the complete opposite mentality. We is about positive progression. You were supposed to sue your people out of poverty. So what? Right? That's what that means. I don't understand what you talking about. Don't be funny, man. These people want to speak for you, keep saying random things. Yeah, like I said, y'all don't do that in reality. Y'all don't do that out here. Y'all quiet as a mouse. You feel me? Yeah, like I said, miss me with all them antics. You feel me? That's all they do. We just gonna run our mouth. Run your mouth. Ain't gonna make no difference. That ain't gonna stop a real gangster. I thought y'all would have learned that by now. Y'all should have been known. You feel me? That's just crazy. That's what it is, man. It's like I said, when they be trying to attach themselves to situation, things I go through, they got nothing to do with them. What are you talking about it for if I won? Yeah, I got the best of everybody, man. Right down here, got the best of everybody. Got the best of everybody all around here, everywhere. What are you talking about? Got the best of everybody, every city and state I've been. Ain't never backed down to nobody by myself, dolo. Didn't matter how many people it was. Stood up to everybody and won. What are you talking about? I don't come from your walk. Your walk is talking. You understand? I'm a gangster. We ain't never talked. You feel me? This is all action over here, baby. People know what it is with me. Feel me? So, like I said, I'm what all y'all want to be. I'm what you want to emulate, copy, look up to. Can't imitate me because ain't none of y'all built like this. So, end of the day, I really represent like them dudes in prison that just don't go to prison. Because that ain't smart. That's silly, right? That's a mistake. But my whole point is, like, I'm swole like them. I'm probably in better shape than most of the dudes in prison, and they got a starchier diet. So that's why they look all swole. Like, you can get strong as hell in prison because they feeding you right. I don't know what they put in it, but they put something in the food that's different. I don't care what no one says. It's not just starch. The food is made differently. It's designed to do that for you, I think, because I think they're trying to basically create like gladiators in there. That's what I really think. I think it's all intentional. It's designed. You know, in other words, if you gave me a prison diet, I mean, yeah, I'd fill out real quick. You know what I mean? I'd get huge. You know what I mean? But we don't want to be in prison. So what we would want to do is figure out how do they get that in, what are they using in the food? What's the actual diet and what's the difference? You know, is it preservatives? What the hell is it? You know what I mean? Because that's all it is. They ain't doing nothing that I ain't doing. They don't train better than me. And like I said, you see my results, really, they ain't even close to. I just have a smaller build until I take protein. If I take protein, man, I'm going to get huge real quick. Like, huge. You feel me? So it's like, it's not the time for that, man. We got to get the money up and the resources right now. Like I said, right now, I'm doing pretty well with that because, like I said, somebody donated $10 yesterday after I got off the show. I was real happy about that. Thank you so much. I would say your name, but I don't know if you want me to say your name. If you get a chance and you want to ever send another Cash App, you could let me know if you want me to say the first name or not. You could just put first name is fine or something. But that was a new donator. So that's like maybe a new sponsor possibly. It's what we need, man. I need people to invest and come out their pocket and show some support for what I'm doing, because what people don't understand, if you get a million people to do that, number one, I'm a millionaire, right? But I'm not even concerned about that. If you get a million people to do that, what it does is it gives me the budget and the funding. And it was in the reading that there's going to be this overflow, this wave of support coming in, and I believe it, okay?
and it gives me the ability to do this. I can travel. Like, if y'all get me enough money, I can get the bus ticket, I can get the suits right as possible, and we can just get right to it. And then we get into all the action and the real, we've always been real, man, but it's just like, what I'm saying, like, this will be everything on camera. You feel me? Man, that's annoying. That is so irritating. They do it on purpose, I swear. So yeah, like I said, we'll have all the resources then. And like I said, I mean, I'd be able to get a bus ticket. I'd have to have the funds for a bus ticket back, right? And then I could start building at a ground level right in front of people like TJ. I don't care about none of those people, bro. Like I said, if you go against me, you go against God. I'm gonna use you as a public example, and I'm gonna basically continue to expose you. And there's nothing you could do about it, because like I said, anything you say or do, it ain't about nothing else. We already know reality and what's what. So what are you talking about? All I got to do is turn the phone on, you feel me, and start recording, and then people are exposed on camera. You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. You don't get no rewards and no points for trying to go against somebody, and when you claiming you their friend, that's fake as hell. And that's what I'm calling you out for. Like, nah, bro, you was a staged pawn. You a puppet for other people who don't want to see me win. What is you hanging around me for? We don't play like that. You know better. You feel me? So like I said, that dude's soft, man. All of them are soft. They ain't about nothing. They ain't built like that. And they just funny as hell. Like, yeah, homie, like I said, we gonna do what we doing regardless. You feel me? We run the streets. What you mad at is my power. You understand? Well, doing all that following around and sitting there and stalking and all that weirdo stuff and talking behind my back, that's just cowardly. That's not going to get nothing done with me, and I could care less. I don't concern myself with that. It was so funny yesterday, that other dude had to tell, even though he's fake too, but he had to tell that Ralph Bottles individual who's a stalker, and he thinks his demented point of view makes sense when it doesn't. You have a jaded lens, sir. You don't know anything you're talking about. It's just straight delusion. And the guy had to tell him, bro, that's the internet. He didn't realize that. He thinks that you have a circle of friends on the internet because he has no friends in reality. He thinks that we take the internet seriously. He told you the truth. The dudes who really have to go through reality and the real things, we don't care about the internet, bro. It's what I've been trying to tell you since day one. You don't listen too well. I told you, them narcs, they can't hear or something. That's why they never learn anything. He's online trying to get his ego up, right, by trying to basically talk down to other people when he has nothing and nothing going for him. Like, obviously it ain't working, bro. Whatever you doing, right? I mean, you still can't even build a monetized channel or a business, so what's the point of running your mouth? I'll never understand people like that, man. Ever. Who just sit there and just don't do anything. Like, but you got the nerve and audacity to say something to me that's not positive, but you watch me and you a fan. The minute you a fan, I won. So I don't get it. You pay me to come watch me. That's what all of them do. So it's just funny as hell to me, man, because all these people, they want to act like they in some kind of position of whatever, and they not in a position of anything but being subservient. What? Y'all pay me, bro. They don't get no worse than that. I don't know what you talking about, man. Like I said, you can tell yourself whatever you want, but I don't stay working in bars and doing bar security because I have to. If I go do that at any point, that's an extra opportunity. I'm running a business. I know how to build businesses. This ain't the first business I done built at all. What are you talking about? Or made Excel. See what I'm saying? People is funny, man. Like I said, in the public, that's all I'm asking, man. Please, can everybody step up, donate? The Cash App is $ShamGod 2023. It's on the community post, community wall. It's on most of the live shows I do when I have the other screen. This is just a vertical live stream, so it's different. I have a PayPal, a Venmo. I have a Zelle, too. If you need that, you can let me know somehow. But we have multiple avenues for people to pay and compensate me for what I do. And the whole point is, to get funds saved up to get this to the next level and evolve and extend and, expand is the main word I'm looking for. To be expansive, to expand my reach through God with God. God willing, whatever God has for me is what will be. You understand? We all about God's will here and nothing else. So at the end of the day, I mean, it just is what it is. That's my thing. A lot of dudes, they have distorted point of views. I'm not a dude who ran from nothing. I'm not a dude who went soft or hides behind the name of God. I'm somebody I'm a prophet, and I've been the biggest gangster that this country and world has ever seen. And I believe in God because God didn't let go of me. God talks to me. You understand? So I have a real connection with God. I sit at the right hand throne of God, literally, and I am God's son. Not in the sense of we're all God's children. I am God's one and only son. Okay. Well, there's actually two, because there was Jesus Christ. That's my homie. You feel me? Because that would be my brother. That's what people don't understand. I mean, you don't want to comprehend what you're looking at, but it's kind of undeniable because you can see how I look. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ went through a lot of stuff. Jesus Christ was not some soft dude. Y'all be painting people some other way that they not. See, that's the thing. That's the Masons. The Masons are cowards, man. The Masons been trying to do the same thing, silence us, you know what I mean? Chase us around, pretend. And y'all ain't never been aggressive, so stop rewriting history, bro. Y'all ran every time. That's the same thing that happened with all of them, with the Knights Templar, all that, bro. All that stuff stems down to Illuminati Masonry. That's what I devoted my entire life to originally, bro. It's on my arm, homie. That's the tattoo from the Mummy movie. You know, the Mummy and the Mummy Returns, and he tells him, you know what that means, right? He says, I don't know, I got it stamped on me back in Cairo. He says, that means you're a warrior for God. That's what I am. That's what you're looking at. So all this other nonsense don't mean nothing to me because I ain't no YouTuber. See, this is where you got off wrong, is you didn't read the fine print and read the script. You can't play games with a dude who's a soldier for God. Read the tagline. It's real, right? This is what I do. I don't do no talking. I'm an enforcer. I don't walk around acting tough. I watch what I say. I'm very polite to people and respectful. We all about love, positivity. I'm a role model for everybody. I'm trying to help people, right? But don't get it twisted and think that I'm going to participate in no games. You understand? I am not you. I am what I just said, a soldier for God, right? So where does that get confused? That's what I'm saying. People is trying to play games when they just playing themselves. And that's it. Like I said, the more funding we get, we can take this up to Dallas, Houston, Austin, all these other cities. And just my mere presence alone is enough, you know what I mean? Because I'm a hold my own in the street, bro. I already know what I'm doing, but it ain't going to be just walking around. That's what people don't get. I'm trying to get enough money together where we can start, you know, back to where I was basically, because I was already on it. But, you know, I mean, like I said, it's just finances. A lot of finances get depleted doing this. It is not easy. You know what I mean? So, and I don't think much will get depleted. We just need the starting funding so we can make it happen and do the real thing and do it right. We get the money right. And like I said, we could save up all this money, right? We get crowdfunding. That's what I need. Like I said, Donald Trump begs for his campaign funds and he doesn't have any money. Those campaign funds go into the campaign, smart one. They don't go to him. Donald Trump is broke. Okay, he doesn't pay taxes. I paid over $8,500 in land taxes. Don't talk to me about being an outstanding citizen or an independent politician. That's what I am. Don't tell me nothing. Donald Trump inherited everything and then lost the helicopter and ran the business into the ground, just like Carly Fiorina did Hewlett Packard. Okay, who's my aunt, and like I said, allegedly stole my inheritance. I think that she buried the money, allegedly. I think there's millions in there, allegedly, right? And I have to take her to court. Yep. So, like I said, get ready for court, Carly. You feel me? Because, I mean, you getting up there, man. I don't know how old she is. I ain't looked it up because I don't pay no attention to you while you stalk my entire life just because I'm my dad's son, your brother, right? Because, oh, you had a little sibling rivalry and you were jealous of your brother. Oh, goodness. So, because I exist, she was already pre-planning all her evil before I was even born. Okay, and these people want to sit here and act like they don't know what's happening. Even the special ops guy was like, you're going to win. You know, even the special ops guy, he said some good stuff. Even he was like, he's like, you need to sue that, and he called her a name that she is. It was hilarious. He said, sue that. Yeah, exactly. We're gonna take it to court, lawsuit. Feel me? That's what the special ops dude says. So, like I said, we gonna win, but it just takes time, and you know, as the time goes, we're evolving and you know, growing, and it's a beautiful thing, quite honestly. But I really hope that. I hope that people just hear my message, man. It's crystal clear, man. I hope that people really come to God the right way. I hope that people just understand and draw from my influence. Like I said, I'm a positive role model. You know, nobody controls me, man. That's what a lot of people are mad about because they're used to these fake little Freemason mouthpieces, what I call familiars, right? I can't stand familiars. You feel me? It's exactly like Wesley Snipes in that movie. That's what I am. That's what people got to understand. I'm the real thing. The original comic, the guy looked like me. He didn't look like Wesley Snipes. He looked like me. This is what I am. This is what I was born to do. We're not the same. Y'all are average human beings. I'm just being honest. You know, I'm not some fake rapper. I'm not somebody creating a gimmick. I'm not somebody who fronts. I'm not somebody who fronts in the street. I'm somebody people run from. I'm just telling you the truth. You understand? People know about me. People know who I am. You understand? To an extent, you know, nobody knows how deep the rabbit hole goes or who I really am. You understand? Only I know that. You feel me? That's why it's all fun and games to me, man, because ain't nobody going to tell me nothing or do nothing with me. You feel me? So like I said, at the end of the day, bro, we getting all the attention, all the views, and I wasn't even asking for it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like I said, I do what I do. I'm the enforcer. I'm not here to rap or look cute. I just do that stuff on the side for fun. So don't mix up my hobbies and my fun with what I'm born to do and what my function is. You know what I mean? I serve one function, and that's divine justice and God's will. I am God's hand. You understand? You want to talk about the hand of God? I am it. You feel me? So it is what it is. I'm the heart of God. You feel me? So it is what it is, man. I'll talk to y'all later. Like I said, get that funding up. And like I said, we can get all this money together and we can take this to other cities. And then that's what I want is an interactive platform where, and y'all don't have no way to complain. Like, nah, bro, I had this chat open a million times. Y'all didn't want to send super chats. We getting more people into this channel now, you know, so I can do that at some point possibly. But there's no point in me dealing with people that just sitting there and they're not talking to me the right way because they're taking advantage of the fact they're hiding on a computer. We're not doing that no more. So you all have full access to donate. If you could send a super chat or whatever, you can do it the same way through these apps. It's the same exact thing. So don't miss me with that excuse. So like I said, everybody just needs to pay me. And like I said, we can take this movement and it'd be really inspirational for a lot of cities too, even if I have to do it on a budget. But I need a decent budget. I need a couple $1,000s. That's the reality. You know what I mean? If I get at least 5-10 G's, I could do this in other cities, and just my mere presence alone and me just showing up and talking to people is going to make money. I can do live interviews with people. We can walk around and talk to people about God. You understand? And preach the word of God like I do. There's a lot of things that can come from this that we can do. I am nothing but walking opportunity, and I'm walking karma for evil, unrighteous people. You feel me? So like I said, at the end of the day, just get ready for what we doing. Just understand it's all real. This is all official tissue. This is me and who I am. Ain't nobody rolling with me. I'm dolo. I do my own thing. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It's just me and Christina. It's Christina and I and God. And that's about it. Everybody else, miss me with your antics. You feel me? I ain't here to talk to you about nothing unless I want to. Feel me? I'm the boss, man. I run it all. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've been the Don Dada for a long time. You feel me? It's just now I'm doing it with God, and now I got a lot of people who want to see me win. You know what I mean? Because if I win, they win, and I think they understand. Like a lot of them like Batman, so they're just like, man, there's a real Batman now. Like this is pretty cool. So people is with it, man. So like I said, man, the more people we can get, like the dude who donated, please do. That's what we need right now, man, and that's what's gonna carry me through and carry me out of this nonsense. You know what I mean? Because I already accomplished so much. I've done so much for Brownsville. I've done so much for the Valley. You know what I mean? I already, did the thing. I already won. So it's like now we need to do this in other cities so we can change things in other cities. Don't y'all want safe streets in other cities? Y'all want Houston to be safe, right? You want Dallas to be safe, right? Ain't nobody else who can do it. Let's just get real, man, because ain't nobody like Jesus. Can't nobody walk out in front of you in the street, all these so-called gangsters and thugs, and talk to you as what I am. You know what I mean? I have dominion over them because I'm more powerful than them. That's just the truth, because I was a lot worse than them. That's the truth. I'm not fronting. I'm not fake. I'm a dude who should have never made it this far. That's why people is so in admiration and awe. That's why the envy and jealousy is such on another level, because people know that's the diamond in the rough. That dude wasn't supposed to make it. He ain't supposed to be there talking, and they just in awe, and not everybody's happy about that. You feel me? Because I come from the streets. I was in and out of cop cars a million times. I was in and out of jail. I was in Bankhead in Atlanta. Okay, I was in all the hoods. I was in Cutler Ridge in Miami. I was playing basketball in College Park in Atlanta. You feel me? I was at 5 Points. I used to sell CDs on the MARTA train. You feel me? Like, I've been in all the trenches and the hoods. I come from this for real. We're just not the same. You know what I mean? I don't walk around promoting that. I try to clean up my rhetoric and talk educated because I am educated. I was educated before I ever went to the hood. You understand? But don't get it twisted and think I don't come from that. I come from that for real, the real thing. I come from the original intent, and the original intent is all about helping your people. I'm trying to wake people up, man. You got a whole generation that ain't about nothing, that's doing everything wrong. They're backwards, and we trying to wake them up and get them to understand what really being tough is about, and being strong and being resilient. You know what I mean? It's going to help bring a lot of peace. You know what I mean? I'm the only person, It wasn't nobody else. Anybody else trying to copy us, trying to bite off me. That's what the Masons do all day. I was the only one who said, yo, stop all the nonsense. You know what I mean? We can have a boxing league and that's it. A lot of people don't want to do that because they cowards. You feel me? Like I have my own. I'm 10-0 in it. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing, bro. Like I'm who invented that idea though, not nobody else. All that other stuff you hear, that's masonry. They're not trying to help the people. How they gonna help the people when they can't help themselves? That's like talking about all these different individuals. And then these people online, they want to keep operating behind the scenes, behind screens. Nobody cares how you feel, man. Y'all ain't got a voice, bro. That's like Mighty Mouse. We know what Mighty Mouse is, right? Is he going to help the people? How is the dude who went against the community and his own people and did atrocities going to turn around and then help the people? How can people and rappers who are being, you know, who are in a 360 deal and got to pay advances back to labels, how they going to help nobody if they ain't got no money? These are just basic questions. You feel me? At the end of the day, man, these people was always terrified of my voice. They were trying to silence me. I'm talking about corrupt lawyers, corrupt DAs, corrupt judges, corrupt everything because I didn't understand the gift that I had. You know what I mean? I didn't understand the minute I start talking, people start listening. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, man, like I said, my whole life, every breath I take, I want it to be a living testimony of God and God's will and God's wrath and God's vengeance. And that's what I am in the flesh. I ain't nothing sweet, you feel me? I'm something downright terrifying, you feel me? So, like I said, everybody can run their mouth and talk and do all that fake stuff. I'm something from the past, man. I'm a whole nother force. Y'all done woke up a force, a primal force at that comes from the past that has no mercy. No mercy, no remorse, no kindness, no nothing, no empathy. It doesn't care how you feel, man, and I'm just telling you the truth. You know what I mean? That's what it's time for. It's time for God's justice. It's time for God's will to be had. It's time for divine justice. It's what it's time for. It's time to stand up to all these evil people, right? And they beady little eyes looking at them and tell them what time it is. That's what it's time for. And ain't none of them ready. You feel me? And that's what I've been doing my entire life. You feel me? Like I said, I don't know what the talking is for. We done been backed everybody down. You feel me? I have a whole bag of with your name on it. Okay? So like I said, people love me because I make it look cute and sweet and I'm funny as hell, but ain't nothing sweet. You know what I mean? So like I said, like it's different. You know what I mean? It's just different. They ain't never seen a white boy like me either. Ain't none of them ever done it like this because they not me. I'm a diamond in the rough, man. I came out of different cultures, man. I walk between cultures. I got this Jesus element about me, man. I deal with every walk of life. I deal with people no matter what their circumstances, no matter where we at. I go through what you go through. That's what life is about. So, like I said, I fulfilled my purpose, man, and I'm going to continue to, and I'm very proud of myself, you know, that I'm, you know, fulfilling my mission on this planet and what I'm truly here for, you know. So, you know, there's things that I want, there's things that I miss, there's things that I want to have, you know, and I'm just pushing to try to do that, and that's it. You know, I'm already happy, but I want real true happiness with Christina, with who I love, and that's all, man. I'm just always been a guy who's trying to fix his life because people kind of dismantled it a million times, so I have to pick up the pieces. So it's what I'm doing right now, the same thing. It ain't easy. It ain't never been easy. It ain't never been fair. I mean, every day that I start, man, I start with an unfair shake and an unfair hand, man. It's just I use my deck of cards a lot better than most of you, you know what I mean? So like I said, it is what it is, man. There ain't nothing to be jealous and envious of because I wasn't given no opportunities and nothing. I had to do everything myself. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm doing right here. I'm using alchemy and my own genius mind and my brilliance to build and compound businesses off of each other and build something out of nothing. I'm truly an alchemist. You feel me? So that's what it is. And when I get the budget, I'll be able to alchemize, you know, vehicles I build and all that, and bat pods and all that stuff. You know what I mean? When these people want to talk down, that's petty because you ain't contributed a dime. If you ain't donate to me, you can't say nothing to me. You understand? That don't make no sense. I mean, have you sent $5,000? Okay. What you talking about? This is power. I don't understand. Y'all Masons pretend to do it, but we do the real thing. 50 Cent was quoted on tracks telling P. Diddy to send him $50,000. Like what? He said for airfare, for hotel space, right? And he said if this is what 50 Cent said. 50 Cent said if he didn't send him $50,000, what he kept telling people is he was going to talk. He was going to use his mouthpiece, his mouth, and tell his secrets, basically. You know what I mean? So I don't get grimy like that. I could do the same thing, but for what? I don't have to. My budget comes from God, man. God got me, man, and I walk in faith every single step. You know what I mean? So, because if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm a walking miracle for me to make it this far and have a voice. Like I said, of course, there's going to be fake friends that we ferret out and get away from, and people like TJ and all those people. And that's why I used them as an example. Okay, no, ain't nothing private with me. You say something to me, you better mean what you say, and you better stand on it, because I'm going to call you out publicly. You already knew that ahead of time. I'm a public figure. You know what I mean? Right. You should be smart. Right. You should catch on. You feel me? So, yeah, like I said, I'm not these rappers. I'm not Cassidy. I don't weigh 50 pounds soaking wet. You feel me? Like I said, anybody who feels any type of way about what I say, I'm extremely transparent. I'm in front of everybody. I don't hide or run from nobody. I'm easy to find, easy to see. Boys, stop it. You feel me? Miss me with these antics, man. Y'all, what y'all want is footage. Y'all want to build a name off of me, and you upset because I won't let you do it. And anybody who tries to make, if you try to make 1 red cent off of me, that's a lawsuit. And since I'm already taking most of your court, I wouldn't advise that. I would strongly advise against that. And you ain't gonna make no money off of me anyway, because I won't let you. And I'm too smart. Feel me? So, like I said, it is what it is. Me and Christina even talked about it. She explained. She was like, "Oh, okay, I didn't know," because I told her, I was like, "Nobody makes money off of me, honey. I'm a full-fledged gangster. Ain't nobody gonna make no money off me. I assure you that they can't. That's what we don't get. Like I said, some people you can talk crazy to, some you can disrespect. I'm one that you can't. I'm for sure one you can't make no money off of. If you go try to do things hiding behind the internet or behind my back, that's fine. It's not going to upset me. I'm just going to take the matter to court, and we go through the legal process, and I mean, you'll have to pay me probably money, and you may go to jail. So like I said, the red triangles have no answer for me. I own the red triangles, and I am Batman. I am the knight. And that's about it, all right? I'll talk to y'all later, man. Stay fans, stay donating. Let's get some support, man. Donate to that Cash App. $ShamGod 2023. I love what I do, man. I love my life. It's beautiful, and I love who I am, man. I love myself. One.